we often get asked whether or not a recovery is in place, and I think it's maybe premature to say that yet. What we're calling it at NBAA is basically a priceless recovery, in that the activity in the market is increasing, the number of units are selling. We haven't seen yet a rise in the pricing across the board. In certain cases, we're seeing that, but I think in general, it's going to be a while before we see a pricing increase. But if what we see right now continues into 2018, we are definitely on the front edge of a recovery.
I think I have to answer the question in two ways. One is as it relates to the pre-owned market versus the new market. On the pre-owned side, it depends on the type of plane. Some markets are actually going up. So the Pilatus PC-12 market, particularly NGs, they're appreciating in value. On the lower end single pilot citations, they're becoming much more difficult to find. In the CJ3 market in particular, there's about 30 airplanes listed for sale, of which 13 of them are under contract currently. So it depends on what market, and I'd say, yeah, it's becoming, we have started to see a recovery. Looking at the new side, the numbers are still not where they were before as it relates to total deliveries. So I think it will be quite some time before we see any meaningful increase in new product delivery. But certainly on the pre-owned side, it's becoming harder and harder to find new stuff, and as a result, harder and harder to find good equipment, therefore prices are coming up.
The market's hot. The market's very, very active. There's a lot of buyers and sellers. There's people, we're doing every good airplane that we have that comes on the market seems to sell very, very quickly. Clearly the US market is the hottest, although we're starting to see signs in Asia that it's picking up, and then Europe's recovering, it's got to.
I don't like to use the words the new normal, but I would like to say that I think we're entering into we're finishing out the second lost decade, at least in my aviation career. And I think in hindsight, a few years from now, people will be saying the same thing. The recovery is going to look different than it has at least in my 30-year career. It's going to be still a little bit of fits and starts. I think we'll see a spurt of activity, but it's very much subject to the economic mood within the United States, and there's always the threat of something to disrupt the recovery, an incident that could happen around the world that takes the focus off and makes people a little bit nervous, and they retreat from the marketplace. But for me, new aircraft sales are going to be flat, and the pre-owned may actually be the ones that continue to lead the recovery.